What's going to be different about All-Star 2025 in the Bay?
Malika, I'm told that the NBA is nearing a 4-team tournament for the All-Star game in February in the Bay Area. All gonna come together to compete in a bracket-style 4-team competition. And Stephen Curry, the star host of this All-Star weekend in the Bay Area, he has been involved, I'm told, along with other All-Stars having input. This is how it's going to work. It's gonna be 3 teams consisting of 8 All-Stars per team. Sources tell me that Curry and UNESCO are continuing discussions on bringing back that shootout. There is plans for that, but also potentially including Klay Thompson and Caitlin Clark in that competition.
Caitlin Clark just broke the internet again, but this time, it's not about her insane college stats or WNBA debut. It's about a potential showdown that could make history. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. The NBA is thinking about putting Clark in the All-Star 3-point contest with Steph Curry. Yeah, you heard that right, the rookie versus the GOAT. And guess what? Clark might have just hinted she's up for the challenge. Remember when everyone said Clark couldn't hang in the pros? Well, those doubters are eating their words right now. Caitlin Clark just stormed into the WNBA like a tornado, leaving jaws on the floor and stat sheets in tatters. Let's break down her first 5 games.
WNBA Player of the Week. There have only been 40 triple-doubles in the history of the WNBA. Cheryl Swoops recorded the first WNBA triple-double during the 1999 season, while Caitlin Clark logged the most recent triple-double earlier this week. She now has 102 on the season and is 19 away from Diana Taurasi in second place and 26 away from UNESCO of the New York Liberty. She ain't beating Asia Wilson for the MVP, but she's beating Angel Reese for the Rookie of the Year. That's a wrap. That's over. And props to Angel Reese, who's had a good year, by the way.
Clark's averaging 22.4 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 5.2 assists per game. That's not rookie numbers, folks. That's all-star level production right out of the gate. And get this, she's shooting 40.5% from beyond the arc. The girl's range didn't shrink one bit moving up to the big leagues. But it's not just about the numbers. Clark's best moment so far, picture this. The clock's winding down against the Phoenix Mercury. Clark's got the ball, she's 30 feet from the hoop. The defense is all over her, but she doesn't care. She rises up, releases, and nothing but net as the buzzer sounds. The crowd goes wild and Clark's teammates mob her at half court. That's the kind of magic she's bringing to the W. You know what's even crazier? Her teammates and coaches can't stop raving about her. Her coach, Christy Sides, says Clark's work ethic is unmatched and she's already making a significant impact. And listen to what her teammate Aaliyah Boston had to say. Caitlin brings a level of confidence and skill that elevates everyone around her. She's not just a rookie, she's a leader on the court already. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark's not just playing well for a rookie, she's on pace to smash some serious records. Remember Sabrina Ionescu's rookie record of 122 three-pointers? Yeah, Clark's got that in her sights. At this rate, she might blow past that number before the All-Star break. So, what's next for Clark? Well, she's not just turning heads in the W. There's talk of something even bigger on the horizon.
And that means bringing back a highlight of last year's All-Star weekend, which was the NBA WNBA shootout between Stephen Curry and Sabrina Ionescu. We know how disappointed the fans, the audience, Adam Silver, and everyone, even including the players, was over last year's All-Star weekend and game in Indianapolis.
That would absolutely be must-see TV if those sharpshooters go head-to-head. And to your point, Shams, the All-Star game, there was a combined 397 points scored last year.
But before we get to that, let's just appreciate what we're seeing. Caitlin Clark isn't just living up to the hype. She's redefining what's possible for a rookie in the WNBA. While Clark was busy lighting up the WNBA, another sharpshooter had his eye on her. Remember last year's All-Star Weekend shootout between Steph and Sabrina? That was just the warm-up act. Curry had bigger plans brewing, and they involved the rookie sensation who was taking the basketball world by storm. Let's rewind to that epic showdown. Steph Curry faced off against Sabrina Ionescu in a special one-on-one three-point contest. Curry clinched the win with 29 points, but Ionescu wasn't far behind, racking up 26 points herself. The fans went wild. Social media blew up with reactions. Everyone was calling for more NBA WNBA crossovers. You know what's even crazier? The ratings for that shootout were through the roof. ESPN executives were probably doing backflips when they saw those numbers. But here's the kicker. Some analysts think the ratings could have doubled if Clark had been there too. That's when the gears in Steph's head started turning. Curry's always been a champion for women's basketball. He's been pushing for more NBA WNBA events for years. So when he saw Clark's WNBA debut, you can bet he was already imagining the possibilities. Picture this: Steph, Sabrina, and Caitlin all on one court, raining threes from every angle. It would be like a real-life video game. And get this, there's already buzz about making it happen. Word on the street is that both the NBA and WNBA are in early talks about a 2-on-2 shootout for the 2025 All-Star Weekend. Steph and Sabrina are reportedly trying to recruit Clark to join the fun. Can you imagine the hype if that goes down? But hold up, we're not done yet. There's another sharpshooter who might crash this party. And trust me, if he shows up, things are gonna get real interesting real fast. Remember when Klay Thompson was raining threes like it was nothing? Well, everything changed in a heart. Klay went from being on top of the world to facing the toughest challenge of his career. He tore his ACL in the 2019 NBA Finals, and just when he was about to come back, boom, an Achilles injury in 2020. It was like the basketball gods were testing him. But Klay's not the type to give up. He fought his way back to the court, and now he's playing for the Dallas Mavericks. You know what's crazy? He's still shooting lights out. Klay's hitting 42.1% from beyond the arc this season. That's insane for a guy who's been through what he has. Let's talk about his game before and after the injuries. Back in the 2018-2019 season, Klay was nailing 41.9% of his threes. And now, he's actually shooting better at 42.1%. That's not just good, that's elite level. Some people thought Klay might never be the same, but he's proven them wrong big time. Now, you're probably wondering about Klay and Steph. Are they still the Splash Brothers even though they're not on the same team? Well, get this. Steph's trying to get Klay involved in this all-star three-point contest. He wants to reunite the Splash Brothers and bring in Caitlin Clark too. Can you imagine how epic that would be? Adding Klay to this contest would be huge. It's not just about the shooting, it's about the comeback story. Klay's journey back to the top is the kind of thing that gives people chills. And you know what? Klay's all for it. He said, "I think he has a partner in mind that's going to join him. I'm open to any partner that can help me win." That's Klay, always ready for a challenge. So we've got Steph, we've got Sabrina, we've got Caitlin, and now maybe Klay. This contest is shaping up to be one for the history books. But here's the thing, with so many stars involved, what's the holdup? Why isn't this already set in stone? You'd think with all these sharpshooters lining up, the contest would be a done deal. But hold up, Sabrina Ionescu's got other priorities. She's coming off a monster season, drilling threes at a 44.8% clip. So why isn't she jumping at the chance to show off those skills on the big stage? Well, Sabrina's got her eyes on an even bigger prize, Olympic gold. She's not just thinking about All-Star Weekend. She's planning for Paris 2024. And let me tell you, balancing WNBA stardom with Olympic dreams isn't easy. Sabrina's been putting in work trying to keep her league-leading form while gearing up for Team USA. Here's the thing, the Olympic schedule is no joke. It's set to clash with the NBA All-Star Weekend, so Sabrina's got a tough choice to make. Does she go for the glory of the three-point contest? Focus on bringing home gold for her country. It's not an easy decision. Sabrina's no stranger to pressure though. Remember when she became the first WNBA player to record multiple triple-doubles in a single season? Or when she dropped 31 points in her All-Star debut. This girl thrives when the spotlight's on her. But here's where it gets interesting. Sabrina's already been in this contest before. She nearly beat Steph last time, putting up 26 points to his 29. So what's she got to gain by doing it again? A win over Steph, and maybe Clark would cement her status as the best shooter in basketball, period. But if she loses, that could mess with her confidence right before the Olympics. So what's Sabrina saying about all this? Well, she's keeping her cards close to her chest, but she did drop a hint saying, "We're gonna have so many years to be able to do it." Sounds like she's leaning towards focusing on that Olympic dream, at least for now. With Sabrina possibly out, Clark hesitating, and Clay in the mix, this contest is far from a sure thing. So what's actually going to happen? Well, that's the million-dollar question, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around to find out. All right, let's break this down. The 2025 All-Star Weekend in San Francisco is shaping up to be epic. We're talking Steph Curry, Sabrina Ionescu, Klay Thompson, and Caitlin Clark, all potentially squaring off in a three-point showdown. Can you even imagine? The NBA's pushing hard to make this happen, and it's got basketball fans everywhere buzzing. But here's the thing. It's not a done deal yet. Sabrina's got her eyes on Olympic gold, and that might clash with the All-Star schedule. And Clark, she's still finding her footing in the WNBA. But if they all show up, we're in for a treat. So who would win if all four competed? That's the million-dollar question. Steph's the GOAT, Clay's a comeback king, Sabrina's on fire, and Clark's the wild card. It's anyone's game. This contest could be huge for basketball. It's not just about who wins, it's about bringing the NBA and WNBA closer together. Showing that skill knows no gender. Who knows? We might be watching history in the making.